Yeah. But so continuing off the conversation, initially your fight was for police brutality, but when your son was, and I remember that this was 2006, correct?
Yep, 2006.
I was 18. Okay. I was a new mom.
And he was 18 too. You were born 1988?
Yep. So I was looking at that like, because I grew up in the church. I went, Pleasant Green. My grandmother runs the children's choir. It's named after her. So I was at church every day. So when I looked at that, I was like, so we can't even go to the church no more.
Can't do anything because he was just coming out to church to bring drums inside the church because his friend had just arrived there at License Zion on 116th and House. And he played for Order by God, OBG. They performed Sunday too. But he played the bass guitar for them. That's why he was at License Zion. But his home church is New Bethlehem, where my dad was the pastor at, Pastor Lewis Montgomery on 88th and Cottage. So, it was like crazy because Terrell was, I was talking to him, and before that, like I said, police brutality was going to be my fight, I thought, because the police used to, while driving black, they used to always pull them over. And when they pulled over Reverend Meeks that one time, and Reverend Meeks said, he went off about, you probably remember, about the police pulling him over. So I said, okay, come give him Reverend Meeks. But then after that, then my son was shot and killed. So that was a whole nother issue, that kind of took me in a whole different direction. That first year when that happened, and
it was hard.
The reason why you're saying it's a health issue because I tried to take my life twice because it was very difficult to be on earth without your son. And I went to counseling. That didn't help, because the people that you counsel with are people that don't understand. They don't understand what you're going through. So, I had one lady said she lost her grandmother. Okay, really, I lost mine too. And that's the order people teach you, that your grandmother first, your mom, your dad, then then your children. It never supposed to go, your children, then, everybody's still here. That it don't supposed to happen that way. So the counselors didn't help, but I connected with like support groups and then that kind of got me through. Plus my dad told me that if I continue to try to kill myself, take my life, God, I'm not going to be able to leave here until God's ready for me to go. So I'm just going to be here as a vegetable and be miserable. So he was like, you keep messing your stuff up, you're going to be here on earth anyway until God says time to go. So it's really a struggle mentally, not just for me, my husband, my children. And you just really don't get the proper help that you need. So you end up with post-trauma stress disorder. And you end up with, forgetfulness. It's a lot goes into this. Sometimes you gain weight, sometimes you lose weight. It's unimaginable, And with Terrell, he had told me, I had told him that day, like, hey, somebody got shot at Ford City. And
the movie theater.
Yep.
That was a boy from around my grandma's house.
Willie Wilson.
Yep.
So he got shot at the theater, and I had told him, babe, be careful, because this guy got shot. Because he was arguing. He's like, Mom, I'm at church. Man, I'm good. You always worrying.
Same day.
Next day. Willie died the day before. And he had got shot the day before. But he ended up dying somewhere. I think he died the day before. Because he had got shot at the mall. And then Terrell got shot the next day. So it was like real crazy. But I was, for some reason, concerned. Well, I always, since violence has been so crazy. Because the year when Terrell was killed was like 471 people. He was in that number. Every year
that was a crazy year. The Starkeisha, I went to high school with her sister.
Starkeisha.
Yeah, and then the little young girl Nuggie.
At her birthday party.
Yes, and that was all around where I grew up at, and that's when I knew it was a change happening.
Yeah, it was crazy because Starkeisha. Actually, I talked to her mom this year because 10 years, when you reach 10 years, is a whole different feeling of hurt. Yeah. Because you feel like you're leaving your child behind. People are like, that went by quick, but for me, it was a hard, long 10 years, and people don't understand that. So I've been talking, me and Denise, we've been actually talking, trying to get through these 10 years because she hit her 10 mark in March and I'm hitting mine, of course. I just hit mine Monday. So, and we all connected because we was good parents, raising our children right. And our goal was to make this stop. And I felt as though before this happened to Terrell, as long as I raised my kids right, me and my husband, we do what we're supposed to do with our children, that our kids would be here, my son would be here. But then I learned that no, it don't work like that. So we started advocating for common sense gun laws. That's what me and my husband do. We do it through Terrell Bosley Anti-Violence Association, and we do it through Purpose Over Pain. So we reach out to parents. Purpose reach out to parents Purpose over pain?
Yes.
Okay.
I tried. My aunt moved. She left Chicago when Keanu.
I met her.
Yeah. After 3, she was here. She just couldn't take it.
Yeah.
And that was her only daughter.
Yeah. So she left. Okay, that's what happened to her. Okay, because we reached out to her too. We went on that, passed our flyers in that area with her, and you need support. When this happened to me, I didn't have nobody to reach out to, and I finally reached out to Father Flaker. I didn't know him then. I emailed him a little letter, telling him what happened to Terrell and I needed help. And he reached back and he grabbed me, and ever since then he's been my mentor. So I've been a strong activist because of him. He's the person that took the time out for me to help.